All right, Sunnyv2. Celebrities who gave up fame to work a normal job. Let's peep.
From Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka to the Shermanator from American Pie.
I'm facing
These
the
are
wrong
celebrities
way.
who work normal jobs now, beginning with Hayden Christensen, who gave up his fame as a Hollywood actor to return to the world of manual labor. After appearing in the third Star Wars movie back in 2005, returned to the world of manual
Anakin?
labor. After appearing in the third Star Wars movie back in 2005, Christensen explained that he felt he hadn't really earned his fame, stating,
Yeah, he was Anakin.
I guess I felt like I had this great thing in Star Wars that provided all these opportunities and gave me a career, but it all kind of felt a little too handed to me, also adding that he liked the idea of deliberately sabotaging his fame just so he could start from scratch. You can't take years off and not have it affect your career, he admitted. But I don't know, in a weird sort of destructive way, there was something appealing about that to me. For this reason, Christensen decided to purchase a farm just outside of Toronto, Canada, so he could get into the world of agriculture, stating, I'm trying to figure it out.
That's smart. That's smart. If you don't want to keep up the fame shit, but you have money now, and you know you're not going to keep up the fame shit, so you get a bunch of money coming in, use the money you have now to start some shit. Because, like, a lot of people that don't have the fame shit could also start shit, but they don't have the money to start that shit. You know, like businesses and stuff. So it's very, very smart to start something self-sustaining like this. Well, I wouldn't say self-sustaining because you still got to work on it, but like something that other people wouldn't have the opportunity to because of the money. But you have the money now, you know you're not going to get it later, so you might as well use it. That's smart.
I would eventually like it to be a
I didn't explain that well at all.
farm with livestock and different crops. I've got a tractor and an excavator, and I'm learning to use all the construction equipment. Right now there's an apple orchard that I want to extend, and I've started a small vegetable garden, and I want to turn a hayfield into lavender, which also led to his own line of country clothing through a company called R. Co. Christensen has since been spotted at numerous farmers markets and maintains that the farm is going well.
How's things going, man? How's the farm? Good. Farm's good.
However, while Hayden Christensen is still kind of working for himself, Stephen Anthony Lawrence has since found a different type of employment since he played Beans in Even Stevens. After the show came to an end in 2003, Lawrence struggled to land any further teen roles as he went bald only 1 year later at the age of 14, stating in a Vice interview, I mean, it sucks, but you come to terms with it. During the same interview, Lawrence explained that both of his parents were then diagnosed with cancer, making it even more difficult for him to return to acting, having stated, you're being a caregiver, you've got to be there to change diapers, and you can't do that when you're on auditions. That's physically impossible, it just wouldn't work. After both of his parents tragically passed away, Lawrence returned to the workforce as a part-time actor alongside another interesting job, Santa's little helper at the Sun Valley Shopping Center. Fans have been flocking to the mall to get their own selfie with Beans, and he seems to be having a good time with it.
I totally spaced out. What is that?
He passed away. Lawrence returned to the workforce as a part-time actor alongside another interesting job, Santa's little helper at the Sun Valley Shopping Center. Fans have been flocking to the mall to get their own selfie with Beans, and he seems to be having a good time with it. If Instagram captions are to be believed, he's making dreams come true, which is certainly more than that mall Santa can say. Beans explained in the Vice interview that he took the role to honor his father, stating, Dad was really into Christmas. He was a big Clark Griswold guy, so this was kind of my way to feel close to him during the holidays and do something cool for people. However, it was Danny Lloyd from The Shining who decided that the world of media just wasn't for him. Apart from 2 other minor appearances, The Shining became Danny's only major role.
I respect celebrities who do this shit so much. Like, oh my gosh, just fuck your Hollywood weird Hollywood, but people do call it Holly weird, and I mean I agree with them. Your Holly weird world. I'm gonna do my own thing. He said, nah. I'm gonna do my own thing.
And considering he was only 6 years old at the time, he'd returned to school like any other person. I'm glad I was in The Shining. It just wasn't something that panned out, and I decided to go back to being a regular kid in school. I worked at the local Walmart. I also worked on a hog farm driving a tractor and working with the hogs. A Hollywood life probably wouldn't have been for me anyway. In a different interview, Danny explained that he used these farm jobs to pay his way through university, which ultimately led to the full-time job he works now, biology teaching at a high school.
Now let me guess.
Being the kid from
any money you got from The Shining went straight to his fucking parents and they didn't let him see it, huh? This happens a lot.
Shining was not a fact he needed to share with pupils looking for chinks in his authority. It was disruptive in class, so that's when I began to really play it down. Were the kids waggling their fingers hissing red rum? He laughs good-naturedly, yes, very occasionally, but enough for me to know I had to downplay it. As a teacher, you're supposed to be in control, which has got to be an outlook shared by Carrie Henn, who also ditched Hollywood to work in education. After playing the character Newt in the 1986 classic Aliens, Henn decided not to pursue full-time acting and instead continued with her schooling. For this reason, she fell out of the public spotlight for over 30 years, returning in a 2016 Comic-Con interview with Kevin James to state that she'd rather found traditional employment.
I always wanted to be a teacher, so I went to school to be a teacher.
Tell them what you do.
I teach 4th grade.
Yet it was Vanilla Ice whose career change was surprising. He found massive success in 1990 with the song Ice Ice Baby, yet his music career had almost no longevity, with many considering Vanilla Ice to be a one-hit wonder. With his music career in the dumps, Vanilla Ice tried his hand at motocross racing and even professional jet skiing, which worked reasonably well given he peaked as the world's #6 ranked sit-down jet ski racer, competing nearly every weekend and earning a Kawasaki sponsorship. At the same time, Vanilla Ice began to go down a dark path of drug addiction, leading to his disappearance from the spotlight.
Die a hero or live long enough to be seen as the villain.
The name would reappear in a show about houses called the Vanilla Ice Project. He'd become a
real estate.
The show ran for over 9 years, displaying countless different construction
I
projects.
love shows like this, man, that just flip shit, or not even flip shit, but just like improve on property, you know, or just in general, like improvement things, like a fucking Kitchen Nightmares, you know, where he goes in, oh god, this shit is gross, and then they fix it, and then you find out like 2 years later they close down anyways because the owner sucks. But like, or a house that looks like shit, and then they fix it and sell it or something, or like a Pimp My Ride, you know, bangers. Oh man.
Yet this wasn't the only normal job that Vanilla Ice wound up doing. In 2013, an article was published to the website Joe reading, he's transformed himself from rapper to lighting salesman. I guess when the lights go out on a rapping career, you have to find a way to turn them on again. But by selling lights and lighting designs, really?
I would do this. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, this is the thing. If you're a celebrity, you be doing this shit. The only one that I don't see get flack for it is maybe Shaq, and he does the most. People are going to call you a sellout, and I guess I get it sometimes. But at the end of the day, you're doing what they would, like, if someone offered them thousands of dollars to fucking sell lights, I'm sure they would say yes. Most of the time, it's either jealousy or they just don't get it. Like, you still got to pay the fucking bills, man. Like, why would you get mad at someone for being in their bag? Everybody wants money in life. Everybody needs money. I don't get just genuinely being angry that someone's using what they have at hand to get money, unless it's genuinely at the at the sake or the cost of other people's selves, you know, like sweatshops or shit, you know, like something crazy like that. But if you're like selling lights, like how are you gonna get mad at? Really? Like, bitch, who cares? He's getting his bag.
Mr. Ice currently works for Capital Lighting in Florida and has designed what he calls Vanilla Ice Lighting, a line of chandeliers and wall sconces. Check out this advert.
I think they look nice.
Starring Ice himself. And yes, he actually says lights, lights, baby. However, it was Peter Ostrom from Willy Wonka who decided
I heard about this one.
In a chocolate factory, he'd rather look after animals. Shortly after appearing in the film, the Ostrom family purchased a horse, sparking what would become a lifelong interest in farm animals. After finishing high school,
cool, man.
Ostrom worked in an equestrian
I can never be a
center in
farmer, but
Pennsylvania,
I still think
which was
that's
followed
awesome.
by his college graduation with a veterinary degree, having been inspired by the vet who looked after the family horse. I can remember the veterinarian coming out and taking care of the horses, and it made a huge impression on me. This person really enjoyed what he did for a living. My father was a lawyer, and I really didn't have a clue what he did all day, but I knew exactly.
See,
what
now if they got a lawyer to take care of the horse,
living from something he
maybe
enjoyed
his
so
path
much
would have been
really
different.
Sparked my interest. Ostrom was so entrenched in the idea of becoming a vet that he never returned to Hollywood.
What's up, board?
His one and only acting
damn,
role.
Twitch. I'm not gonna say anything crazy to you because I would like not to be terminated. But what's wrong, Twitch? Why are you sending my notifications late? I'm just trying to get into.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory having stated, acting was fine, but I wanted something more steady, and the key is to find something that you love doing, and that's what my profession has given me. Although he's not the only celebrity on this list to dedicate his life to the medical field, as Jennifer Stone from The Wizards of Waverly Place followed a similar pathway.
Wait, who did she play? Oh, the friend girl, huh?
After the show came to an end in 2012,
Bro, oh my god, I don't remember shit about the show besides like the one kid, the little brother got the house or whatever, or the Subway sandwich fucking, he got the shop. I don't remember if the brother or Selena Gomez became like the family wizard or whatever the fuck. I remember I just remember like the ending. They're like, who's gonna be the wizard? Harry and shit. I don't remember. But I remember that show slapped. I don't remember shit about it, but I remember loving that fucking show as a kid. I don't remember this character at all. I'm sorry.
Stone was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, with her experience in the hospital inspiring her to join the medical field.
Wanted to make sure that nobody ever had to experience that when they were going through uncertainty. I know it's a drop in the bucket, but it was something I could do.
While maintaining minor acting roles on the side, Stone began to volunteer at a Burbank medical center, and by 2019 she'd become a fully qualified nurse, stating, "I just see so much more of humanity than I ever saw before nursing. I've seen parts of humanity that I don't know if I would have ever seen without it. It's a beautiful thing and it's heartbreaking, and it's a great reminder to be thankful for the things that you do have." Since becoming a registered nurse, it seems Jennifer Stone has pretty much retired from acting. However, this hasn't stopped her from being recognized by some of her patients.
And I have a lot of patients that are like, why?
Not like in a way that... Oh my god, I'm so surprised. I just didn't know she was attractive, you know?
Are you here?
As a kid, I wasn't really like, damn, I like this girl. I was like, who's got the best powers?
Like, what are you doing?
Wording.
But whatever happened to the Shermanator from American Pie? Well, according to IMDb, real name Chris Owen continued to land role after role following the iconic performance.
Yeah, he even got into American Pie too,
which
I didn't know was a fucking movie.
A post was made to Reddit reading, "At a sushi restaurant in Santa Monica, the Shermanator was my waiter." Approximately 1 year later, additional photos were sent to the Radar website, with the sender stating it was kind of funny watching the Shermanator serve at a sushi restaurant. It was also sort of sad to see how quickly and easily an actor can fall from fame. No one in the restaurant...
Why do y'all give so much of a fuck?
When interviewed by the Daily News 3 years later, Owen stated, "Life doesn't always go the way you planned. I love acting and this job lets me stay in the fight. I get recognized a lot," he says. "I walk up to the table and see the look in their eyes. People get excited and it feels good. I like connecting with people for that brief moment in time."
Yeah, it sounds fire.
In December 2018, it seemed Chris Owen recognized that he'd need a long-term career path, as he'd make a post to his Instagram stating that he joined a property company called Compass, with his following post showing that he'd become a real estate agent. But while Chris Owen took these positions out of necessity, it was Susan Boyle who got a day job just so she could return to being a normal person. Despite having a net worth of over $40 million, Susan has often been commended for living an
I got like $40 in my
life,
account right now.
having raised over £42 million for charity whilst continuing to live in her childhood home. However, Susan Boyle's desire for normality was best highlighted in an article from June 2014 titled "Millionaire Susan Boyle applies for a £6 an hour cashier job in her local bookmakers," with the article reading, "The 52-year-old singer is reported to have applied..."
It's fire. But you can only do this because you're rich. Like, if you're not rich, then you'd be like, damn, £6 an hour? Fuck no. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
For a minimum
I'm
wage,
just jealous as fuck. I know.
£6 an hour cashier's job after spotting a job advert in the window of her local bookmakers, Ladbrokes. Upon reading the advert on Thursday afternoon, Susan entered the premises and spent around 5
How much
minutes
is £6 in American dollars? Let me see this conversion rate. Our dollar is worth fucking nothing right now. God damn. Wait, is it euros or pounds? It's pounds. $7.50. Damn.
Deputy Manager David Core, 28, about the role. Susan Boyle walked into the shop and inquired about the job advertised in our window. We were all in shock. Obviously, she doesn't need the money, so I think she saw it as a way
I think
of
that's
getting
fair
her out of
though.
her house.
Even a lot of older people are like that. I noticed, like a lot of like retired people or some shit. Like when I worked at groundskeeping, bro, there was this old, like way older woman, and she worked part time. She came in, did her thing all day, went like hardest worker, low key. The only thing she couldn't really do was lift shit because she's kind of older, but which is fine because we had plenty of like strong fucking dudes that could do it, and she definitely did need the money, and she just liked it. I'm like, fair fucking play. I hope someday I'm old enough to where like I just do shit, man, or like at least rich enough like where I can just do shit. If not, that's also fine. But I don't know. It's just something calming about that. I don't know, man.
And and taking her mind off things, with the
Like,
article
bro,
also
I'd work at a fucking library. I wouldn't do it now. Fuck no. But if I'm like older, I would work at a library. That'd be so fire.
that it'd be a good way for her to reintegrate with the local community. Interestingly, it seems Boyle didn't end up getting the job. However, Kevin Jonas was a little more lucky. When the Jonas Brothers took a hiatus back in 2013, two of the brothers pursued their own solo projects, yet the third brother, Kevin, decided to leave music altogether and walk a slightly different path. He dived into the world of construction, creating a property development business called Jonas Werner, and would also become the co-CEO of a social media business called the Blue Market Company. But while you could still consider this far from a normal job, it's time to talk about Nikki Blonsky, who's perhaps one of the greatest examples of giving up fame to go back.
Am I going to college? Ooh, I planned to. I planned to not go until I figured out what I wanted to do. But I'm 20 and I still don't know what I'd want to do if I went to college. So I think I might do something else. I'm not sure yet. I have a couple things in mind.
Blonsky's first ever acting role was in Hairspray the movie, so it was kind of funny that only 4 years later she'd get her cosmetology license before landing a job as a hairstylist in her hometown. Superstar is happy to announce our newest employee, our cosmetologist Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray, which was followed by a tweet to Nikki Blonsky's Twitter confirming her new part-time position. It's true I'm working at Superstar Salon as a makeup artist, and I'm proud to be working and helping pay bills, but I'll never lose sight of
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Just because I'm part-time working doesn't mean I'm going to give up on my dreams, and don't give up on yours. I might book something big soon, keep positive, and apparently she made the right decision by doing this, given the customer feedback. I was so surprised today when I showed up at Superstar to get my makeup done, and it turned out to be Nikki Blonsky applying it. She did a great job, and I really look like a superstar.
Hell yeah. That was a very upbeat video for Sunnyv2. I thought it was going to be like, well, then he became a prostitute. Well, it was Sunnyv2. Normally shit ends badly. Like, I don't know. It was pretty nice. Shout out Sunnyv2.